How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? And this is my blog for today. It's all about Miss Kagan, the nominee for the Supreme Court. Now everybody agrees that she sounds brilliant, that she's very clever, she was very witty, she was very bright, and she fielded the question so cleverly they can't get over how clever she is. But let's be honest about it. How many votes do you think she moved with all her cleverness, her intelligence, and her brilliance, her wit and her wisdom and everything else that you put together? How many votes did she move in the Congress and the Senate? What did those hearings do for her? You know what they did? They did almost nothing. Almost no votes were moved in any direction because of her brilliance and her cleverness. So what was the purpose of all the questions? And what was the purpose of all her intelligence? Let's assume I'm a genius. So you have to give me a stage to sound like a genius because there's supposed to be a purpose. The Klieg lights are on her. This is supposed to be the great time to decide whether she deserves to be in the Supreme Court or not. If this was a hearing about a purpose, what purpose did it serve? Except the fact that watch her find out that she's clever and she's funny. So are a lot of comedians. So are a lot of talk show hosts. Plenty of people are funny. Do you think they should be on the Supreme Court? Did it help you decide if anybody you saw on television lately who sounds so clever should really be on the Supreme Court? So what if she sounds clever? It didn't enlighten you about why she should be on the Supreme Court. If it enlightened anybody, then how come no votes were changed by it? How come nobody felt because she's so clever, therefore I'm going to vote for it? You know why? Because the cleverness was about nothing. Because the questions served no purpose. The questions were supposed to bring forth some answers about what she would do on the Supreme Court. How clever she would be as a Supreme Court justice, how capable, how responsible, how intellectual, how thoughtful about the laws, about protecting the Constitution, about interpreting the Constitution. How sophisticated is she about all the laws involved in the Constitution? How would she handle any prospective case that would come up? That's what you have to find out. But about this, which is relevant or meaningful or has anything to do with substance or any significance to really determine if she belongs on the job, nothing came out. You know why? Because she's not obligated to answer anything. The system now accepts the idea that the nominee for the Supreme Court has to answer nothing about what they would do if they were on the Supreme Court. And she has to answer about nothing that has to do with any laws or any issues that she might have to judge as a Supreme Court justice, about which way she would vote on any issue. Since she doesn't have to tell you about anything like that, because the excuse is if I talk about something might come up in front of the Supreme Court, if I give you my opinion on it, I'm prejudging it. I'm supposed to judge it at the time that it comes up after I hear all sides to the issue. Since I haven't heard all sides to the issue, I shouldn't give away any answer now because that would be prejudging it, which would be very unfair. If that's unfair, then I can't tell you. If I can't tell you, then I can't give you any information. Since you got no information, what is the purpose of the whole hearing? I'll tell you the purpose. The purpose is a fraud and a fake and a lie. It's just to give it our senators an opportunity to tell you how clever they are. They're not talking about her nomination. They're fighting for their own nomination, for their own job. They're fighting for the next election, and they need a stage to work on. So she provides them with a stage. She becomes the instrument for them to show you how clever they are with the questions. They don't expect any answers because they don't get any answers, and they don't care about answers. They care about letting you know how brilliant and how intelligent and how clever they are, and they are performing for their constituents at home, and basically they're running for their own election. They don't care if she gets the nomination or not, and they're not going to change their minds because they didn't ask her any questions that have anything to do with any real issue. All they want to know is that they have a stage. This is a fake and a fraud, and it's about time we put a stop to it. Either ask questions that mean anything and force her to answer questions that give you an answer to anything. She's not forced to answer anything because the issue is not there. They're not forced to answer any questions, to ask any questions that mean anything. So the questions mean nothing, the answers mean nothing, the performance means nothing, the whole thing is a fake, it's a charade, and it gives the senators a stage to walk on and talk on so that they can become stars and celebrities and fight for the next election. This is a campaign stage. They should pay. They should pay for the opportunity to question the girl for the Supreme Court, the lady for the Supreme Court. They should have the chance to answer the questions, and they should have to pay for it. Just like you pay for a campaign, just like you pay to campaign for a job, you should campaign for this job and pay for it yourself. American taxpayers should not pay for this procedure. This is not our business because it's not going to serve any purpose to us. It serves a purpose to the senator. Then pay for it yourself, just like you pay for your own campaign. It should come out of your pocket and stop wasting our time.